Richland County rivals rumble tonight inside the Colt Corral, where the four-time defending MOAC champions Ontario will try to score a key road win over last season's co-league champs in Clear Fork to kick off a fresh week of soccer with some glory on the pitch. It's the state-ranked Warriors taking on the Colts, streaming live and free to your smartphone, tablet, PC, and TV. Next.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
When you're a local business owner, getting your business online can be a painful, expensive undertaking. But it doesn't have to be. With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus. Visit tmsplus.com now for your free digital snapshot and for a chance to win a free 5-page website.
co-defending champions of the MOAC meet under the lights tonight in the Clear Fork Valley, where the Colts look to get back into the league title race with a quality victory over Ontario, as our live and free coverage of boys high school soccer begins right here and now. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Colt Corral for our Sutton Bank pregame. My name is Brian Skronsky, joined tonight by the one, the only Travis Berardi, and back-to-back losses for Clear Fork has them behind the 8-ball a bit in the MOAC trap, so obviously pretty big game for them tonight.
Big game for Ontario as well, because the Galleon Tigers, 3-0 in the conference. Galleon knocked off Clear Fork 2-1
Yeah, surprise.
at Galleon. Big surprise for Galleon squad that's not that old yet. They've only had a few years.
Third year, I think?
I believe so, yeah. So they're in the top. Ontario looking to remain tied atop the standings with Galleon ahead of their matchup on the 10th. So a big one for both. Clear Fork, Ontario last year, they tied in their match, which allowed both teams to win co-MOAC championships.
And for Ontario, I mean, you're talking about a team that has an explosive offensive unit, scoring close to 6 goals per match, but 2 of their biggest sticks of dynamite in the offensive third going to be sidelined tonight, including the conference leading scorer, Gage Weaver. So it's going to be a little bit different Ontario team than we've seen get off to this nice hot start.
Yeah, you're taking 17 assists and 11 assists and 17 goals off from Gage Weaver and Gage Johnson. But other than that, 10 other players on the Ontario roster have put the ball in the back of the net. So there can be other guys that can help contribute to the Warriors' attack this evening.
They're definitely going to need everybody to step up in a major way, as both teams heading now onto the field now, getting ready for action. Super fun rivalry. I think one of my favorite parts about these games, Travis, is just because there's so much continuity between both sides. They know each other. They've been playing each other for years and years and years. Lots of friends out there. We'll talk a little bit more about that on the other side of the national anthem. Here comes the Star-Spangled Banner for you folks. Play ball. But first, let's go ahead and dive a little bit, Travis, into our keys to tonight's game. Both you and I had some conversations about what we think is going to go down here tonight, and this is what we came up with, folks. For Ontario, just talked about it a little bit. Just got to get a little bit of contributions from a lot of people, right?
Yeah, you have your 2 leading scorers out, but like I said, 10 other players have found the ball in the back of the net, so you have the ability to do that. They just have to get that team effort going. As for Clear Fork, you got to control the tempo, Brian. They have to try and keep the ball in the Ontario attacking end as much as possible, try to limit some turnovers, keep the tempo to their side to try and get a couple goals and get that lead.
And speaking of goals, how about scoring first? And that's important, man. You want to get on the board early. You want to be able to strike a little bit of fear in your opponent, and it's always better, of course, to play when you're ahead than trying to come from behind, where you can see definitely some younger kids at times. They'll press a little bit. Even some of your stars at times, they'll play maybe a little out of rhythm, out of system, trying to get back that goal that they just lost. So it's just always a good idea to score first.
Well, also momentum-wise, especially in a match like this, it may come down to a 1-0 decision. But for Clear Fork, a team that may be, the underdog at home, you get that first goal, you get that momentum, you get Ontario on their heels, then you can play your game.
That's right. This is a state-ranked Warriors team checking in at number 11 this week. And it's a team that over the last few seasons under Coach Chris McClenathan, they've really found their stride. They've got the ball rolling in the right direction here. The feeder system quality over there with this program now. And it was a team that used to be kind of, I don't want to say the laughing stock, but definitely the doormat of the leagues that they used to play in since they've come into the MOAC. 4 straight league titles. I mean, these dudes, they got it going on. They're a fun team to watch, really exciting, and it just seems like they just keep taking the next step.
Yeah, the league is the perfect fit for them, and then the non-conference, I mean, they always stack the tough teams in the state. They tied Lexington to kick things off 0-0. They fell to a very quality Bay team at Bay on September 4th, 3-2, and then they fell to Granville 3-1. Now Lexington, they also fell to Bay 1-0 on Saturday, so that's, some comparisons on that. But these schools in this area, these soccer squads, they don't want to schedule cupcakes in their non-conference. They know that everybody makes the tournament. You got to get better. You got to get better in the non-conference, especially if there's not a lot of quality competition in your conference. Now you do have maybe the Galleons, Clear Forks of the MOAC, and some other teams trying to come up, but that non-conference schedule is key to your success during a season.
Particularly in the MOAC, which hasn't been strong here of late. These have been the top 2 teams for sure, and Ontario has had the run of play as mentioned. They've been at the top of the conference every season since they joined the league back in 2017. So looks like things are kind of status quo again this year. Ontario vying for another league championship, as is Clear Fork. That's why this game so important. The winner of this one going to be in a great position to capitalize, probably win a league championship. But who knows? Maybe the Tigers of Galleon going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, Clear Fork really needs to get that win tonight and then hope Ontario knocks off Galleon, and then you have that 3-way tie. That's the only way Clear Fork can still get a conference championship is what they win tonight. Now for Ontario, they don't want to lose to get down, but if they do fall, they still have a shot at the conference championship if they defeat Galleon. So this is a bigger game for Clear Fork than it is for Ontario, but we know for Ontario, they don't want that tie. They don't want that co-MOAC championship.
Nah, baby.
They want it outright.
They don't play for ties at Ontario, though sometimes it's not bad to draw with, quality competition like the Lexingtons that you mentioned that they did in their season opener. This is a team, a program that's got to the place now where they're looking to win. They got that killer instinct, and we'll see if they can bring it here on the road inside of the Colt Corral tonight.
And it looks like Ontario, they win the toss, so they will get possession to start whenever they get the whistle. And there it is. Warriors going left to right on your screen in their away whites, blue lettering. Clear Fork, right to left, black jerseys, white lettering. Take it away, Brian.
Love the black jerseys, man. It lets you know that they mean business. And how about Ontario meaning business here? Fresh out the gates, Aiden Frankhouse, the speedster, down the left side. That first touch just a little bit heavy, got away from him. But you could see it was there, man. Had he not had such a big touch there with the first one, might have been able to turn the corner, do some damage.
Yeah, the Warriors looking to strike immediately and get that first punch in, but just unable to get the right kick on things, and Clear Fork will get a goal kick to try and clear things out. A little bit of a warm night, Brian. The last few days we've seen, really comfortable, beautiful weather. Other than the heat, though, it's really nice out here at the Corral.
Couldn't agree more. We came up into the top of the press box. Definitely more of a sweat box than a press box here tonight, but we got the windows open, and now with that breeze starting to come through here a little bit and the sun starting to go down, moon coming up, it's going to be a beautiful night for soccer. A little bit warmer than your standard fall night, but it is beautiful soccer weather here.
Definitely, and it's crazy to say we're almost halfway through the high school soccer season. The same with football coming up on week 5. It really flies by. So the Warriors unable to get the throw in there. It'll be Clear Fork throw in as we are just underway here in the second minute of this match. Two teams, like we said, co-MOAC champions last year. The first time Ontario has shared the championship in their 4 years. They won it outright the other 3. They're looking to get that lone championship named to them this season. Still got some work to do. Like I said, Galleon Tigers, hats off to them, Brian. Undefeated, big win at home against Clear Fork. They'll take on Ontario here on September 20th, and they get him at Galleon as well.
And who would have thought early in the season, maybe outside of that Tigers locker room, that would be a big game midway through the season? You know, that's a team just starting to build their program, starting to show some signs of life, and scoring a huge win over the defending champs in Clear Fork. So, you know, their program's heading in the right direction. Happy for them.
Yeah, and their wins have been by big margins, 7-1, 5-2, 6-0, 5-0. So this is a team that, hey, like we said, the MOAC needs more teams like those just to make everything competitive. And that's one team that can help out the Ontarios and Clear Forks down the line.
Clear Fork, not a great scoring team this season. 3 goals per contest for them. They give up almost 2, so their games have been tight, with the exception of their first 2 at Upper Sandusky, blew out the Rams 6-1. Then against River Valley in their home opener, shut out them 4-0. Did score a nice win at Madison 3-2, and then as mentioned, the last couple of games have been losses at Galleon, at Lexington, by 3 total goals as we get our first save here of the match, and it's a good one.
Yeah, that kick from about 25 yards away. Able to be corralled. There was no traffic around the goal, so he was able to make a nice, easy save.
Warriors back on the attack. Shot right there wide from Taylor Daniels. So it's going to set up yet another goal kick here for the Colts. This handled by Jeff Moody. Well played out through midfield, and the Warriors again got to play it back to the keeper. Omar Abdelaziz Jr. having a quality campaign so far, 22 saves. So here's the Warriors looking to work it through the midfield, try a deep ball. Clear Fork's all over it.
Yeah, this is an Ontario team that will take those chances. Tried to thread the needle there, but it was stolen away by Jeff Moody. And Ontario will get it back to the keeper and reset.
And I like Moody's attitude and decision-making there. He comes up with the theft, and he immediately tries to get it into the offensive third as Ontario looking to get something going here. Left side. The cross is there, but it's handled by the keeper. Set up for Nate Judson in front of the net, but no problem that time for Griffin Blakely.
Yeah, good defense there by Clear Fork to really deflect that cross. Didn't really give him a good chance on a kick on goal, but was able to get a foot on it, but really no momentum behind it.
That ball nearly threaded the needle through to Judson, who was making a run. Said Clear Fork, no numbers up. Look at how far up the press is for Ontario right now. Really an offensive-minded strategy, just 2 back on the defensive line for them.
Yeah, and Clear Fork really playing back. One of those, it's a defensive-minded mentality, but they're trying to get that far pass, maybe get a breakaway or 2. But really defensive-minded right now for the Colts as Ontario's really controlled possession here early on.
And here they will again through the midfield. That's Stewart. Again, they're working it down this left wing routinely. And that one's going to be deflected out. A corner kick is going to be on the way for the Warriors.
So the first set piece coming up here by the Warriors. That's going to be Josh Young to take it. We'll see if they can get something in. That's a nice kick. Back post.
Yeah, a little bit too much there. Yeah, got by Ethan McCoy, everybody that time.
It was a nice save, though, to keep it in.
Set up out front. Dangerous ball. What a save. Are you kidding me? Going airborne. Blakely.
Blakely used all of his length to get that fingertip save. And we are still scoreless.
Great looking ball here. That left wing is the ticket for Frankhouse to flip up. Another save for Blakely. Finds himself exposed a bit as Frankhouse came in, charged into him. Body's hitting the deck, and it rolls out of bounds for a goal kick.
So I already have 4 shots all on target for the Warriors, but Clear Fork keeping them out of the net. And the Colts still 4-5 guys inside the 6 there on most of these Ontario attacks.
Warriors win it. Here's McCoy. Shifty move, but taken away by the Clear Fork defense. They've had some problems so far stringing 2 and 3 passes together. And this is kind of their strategy, just bang it forward. Hopefully one of your speedsters like Aaron Brown can catch up to it, make a nice one-on-one play. And Aaron, lucky not to get called for the foul right there as he tripped up Braden Wolf. Now here's Carter Weaver, nice defense. Can't clear it. Caleb Wilson there with the cross, the header!
Oh, nice save.
Incredible. Abdelaziz, both of these keepers right now.
That was a beautiful attempt there by the Colts, but Abdelaziz able to read it off the head, make the diving save, and still scoreless here early on.
Exciting soccer so far here, Travis. I love watching outstanding goalkeeping as long as we get the nice build-ups and the offense is flowing, and that's what we're seeing certainly from the Warriors. Clear Fork starting to get involved a little bit here too.
Yeah, you like it when there are shots and there are saves. Not that, if the ball's going just back and forth between the 40-yard marks by both sides, that's when you might get a little bit boring. But both these squads giving it their all, throwing their punches early, and, both goalies taking them.
First offsides penalty of the evening there. Goal kick played by Weaver. Left backer's going to punch it forward, and wow, what a great ball. Well measured there to Daniels. Catches up, he's got the cross on target. Backside Frankhouse sets it up, big bomb, and it sails over the top. Bryden Wolf with the shot attempt. Ball up for grabs, and right now all the 50-50 balls, and I mean all of them, folks, over the first 10 minutes are belonging to the Warriors. They are the team that is winning at the point of attack. They've dominated possession too. Probably 8 of these 10 minutes have all been at the feet or head of Ontario. Great offensive team, as we mentioned in our Sutton Bank pregame. Almost 6 goals per contest they put up. But without their 2 top goal scorers, Gage Weaver most notably, he's got 13 goals in 4 games so far on the season. Incredible stuff.
You're not going to find a lot of goal scorers like that, especially in this area, that can put the ball in the net, and it's a big loss for the Warriors tonight. So we'll have to see who will be able to pick up that slack for Ontario.
Ball headed up by the Warriors. Collision there, and that foul definitely going to be going against Jacob Barbaney. Good aggressive play.
Clear Fork will have a free kick. About 67 yards away from the net, though, so they'll have to set something up.
But again, out of the sky, it's the Warriors that get there first. Judson looking to work his way through a triple team. A lot of traffic, no problem. Though that shot well off the mark. I think he was just trying to make some contact, probably with a Clear Fork player, see if he can't earn a corner, and it just didn't pay off that time.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't get a deflection off of there. It looked like the ball was deflected wide of the net, but not the case. Ontario will get a throw in here, set something up. Other than that one solid chance by Clear Fork, the header, Ontario, it's been all possession for them.
No question, the Warriors keep it on the offensive attack. Weaver sending one into the box, but leaping up, squeezing it, Griffin Blakely.
That was a really nice strike by him. But once again, there was just no traffic in front to block Blakely from seeing that come in.
And that dude don't skip leg day. You see how far he just booted that down to about the 25-yard line on the fly. Soared over everybody. That's a weapon that you got to capitalize on if you're Clear Fork at some point, I think, tonight.
Definitely. And he also has one goal this year.
Yeah,
he's
pretty
not
cool.
in the goal in the net, so you know this kid can have some power.
Maybe it was off a drop kick.
And who knows? Who knows? I wish we were here for that. That'd be a top 10 play for Sports Center.
Foul's going against Xiao Xiang, obviously pleading his case. He doesn't agree. Not a fan of that quick whistle. So off the free kick, the lefty, Walters. Or Brown, I'm sorry.
Now Clear Fork with an offensive chance here off the throw-in.
And here comes Brown up to make the toss. He's looking for options at the left front of the 18, but no surprise, Ontario winning possession as they have done so far routinely through the first 15 minutes of the contest. Colts feel like they're still trying to find their way, though this is the longest duration that they've had it down here in Warrior Country.
And this is where we go back to one of our key things, score first. The longer Clear Fork can keep this even, maybe get a goal on one of their few shots, then momentum's all on their side. But if Ontario can break through, that might open the floodgates a little bit on their side.
That's the beautiful part of the beautiful game, and something that I think a lot of casual sports fans really actually hate, Travis, is how much you can outplay your opponent, and it doesn't matter. As long as you're not capitalizing on your opportunities, all it takes is just one time, one goal, one opportunity. And it looks like we got a nice one here set up for Daniels. Coming in, big contact. And the referee bites his whistle as that one's bent in over top. Kind of a wild little play right there. Corner kick up top. Header flicked on. And almost getting mossed right there was the Ontario offensive player, Blakely, coming up and over the top.
Yeah, that was a nice save. Goalie has the right of way, so he knows he can just get up there and make the save. Ontario already with 7 shots on target in 8 attempts.
But again, back to my point about a minute ago, it doesn't matter if you don't put them away. It definitely helps, builds your confidence. You feel like you're getting into a proper workflow, but at the same time, you got to put them in the back at some point. If you don't, it's all for naught. Another big punt. This one's sky high, though. Down the far sideline, Brody Conley carrying, still carrying. As he got past the defender.
Another corner.
Well earned that time, too. That's a heck of a run right there.
So the Warriors with another attempt. And it's just a little quick pass in.
Ontario loves doing that off the corners. This one played back post, headed out, though, by Moody.
So they'll get their 4th corner of this first half. This time from this near side.
And it's going to be punched out by the keeper, Blakely, who's been busy off the crossbar. And now cleared by the Colts, at least momentarily. Warriors looking to keep the pressure on, trying to burst the pipes and get one in between the pipes.
You know, after a while, that just starts getting frustrating for you. So many attempts on net, and you're just unable to get it into the back of it.
Nice pitch shot, looking for Walters on the fly. Kind of a dangerous play with Blakely coming out. It didn't cost him, though.
10th shot by Ontario, and we're only midway through the half. 5th corner attempt. But Clear Fork with his bend but not break defense.
Here it comes, played out wide. First touch and contact made by McCoy. So the Warriors keep it. Left foot here from Conley. And he's going to fly it way out of play that time, off the mark.
You're seeing Ontario now. That's their 3rd different attempt, or 4th actually, of a corner. First time went back post. Next time front post. They went the little quick kick and then tried to set the offense up. This time they went towards the top of the 18. They're trying to find every way to try and get an opening at that net. But Clear Fork once again shutting it down.
And Clear Fork once again unable to win the ball in the air. As that time it was Connor Hager fighting for position, called for the personal. And it sets up a free kick here at the football 37. So it's going to be played into the box, flicked on. Great opportunity, and it is put away. The Warriors strike first. So Ontario have been knocking on the door. Finally, they kick it in. Brady Conley, who's been a really, really busy guy here over the last 5 minutes at the 20:59 mark, puts one in the back, Trav. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was just a great job off the free kick. Had some trouble with the Clear Fork defender, but he kept with it and was able to poke it into the back of the net. Number 2 on the year for Brody, and it's 1-0 Warriors.
That's a great looking ball, trying to find the equalizer, and the Colts are gonna get it. Big time stuff right there. In a hurry, don't blink. Alex Kistler coming through.
We were tied for 10. The tie was broken for 10 seconds. 10. Clear Fork, their 2nd shot on goal.
And how about this? We're showing a replay here of the celebration. How about that? Give it up the body, Trav. I love it.
Was broken
in the name of the game.
10 seconds. 10. Huge goal for the Colts. That's a way to answer.
Big, big stuff right there from the senior. His 5th goal on the season leads the club.
And it kind of screwed up our pregame. We said score first, get the momentum. Well, that took
lasted
all but 10 seconds. Yeah.
That's Kistler checking out here.
And, I mean, that has to be extremely frustrating for the Warriors. You finally break through only to have Clear Fork immediately answer. But you just got to get back into it. Get back into that offense. Keep trying to get that ball on net.
Warriors send one from distance from the right foot of Kyle Walters, the senior defender. But about as sure-handed as you're going to find here in the county. Blakely able to squeeze it again. And another big boot. But won by Ontario. I truly think they've won every 50-50 ball. I think they're batting 1,000.
I do too. They are. The only time the 50-50 ball has been won is if it's towards the goal. To where Blakely.
Speaking of towards the goal, how about this one ripped right into the back of the net? The Warriors strike again. Ethan McCoy.
Are you not entertained, Brian?
Let's see it one more time. Just check out this beautiful first touch. Boom. Great stuff. It's a Meg action right there. One more setup, and then just blast off with the right. Beats Conley. If he can get his paws on it, he's pretty good. Was not able to that time because it was just played so perfectly down into the corner of the net. Great stuff.
5th goal of the season for Mr. McCoy. And in about a minute and a half, we've had 3 goals.
This is my kind of soccer right here, Trav. Love the action. Love the build-up that Ontario has been able to display so far in the early portion of the match. And you see why they score 6 goals per game. Even without their top 2 guys, man, they out here, they're making a lot of things happen, making some good runs, and you just see the skill set. Just about everybody from the midfield and their forwards all has the capability of doing a 1v1 type of move. They're not scared to go at opponents. And right now, Clear Fork trailing 2-1. We'll see if they have some type of answer.
And if this score were to hold, if Ontario were to add a couple more but get the win, this is a huge boost for this squad, having your 2 best scorers out. It gives a couple other players some valuable playing time out here in the spotlight because you don't have your top scorers out there. You have to, like we say, playing team ball, and 2 of those 10 scorers, other than the top scorers, already into the back of the net tonight.
So that was your key to the game for Ontario. Get a little bit from a lot of people. So far, so good answering the call in that regard.
It's always good when you share the love, Brian.
Who doesn't want a little piece of love, Trav? You know what I mean?
Right?
Makes the world go round.
I'd also like to welcome everybody in watching on Facebook and YouTube.
Hello.
Let us know where you're watching from. Give us some shout-outs. We'll read them off when we have some time.
That's right.
Because we love you viewers.
Yeah, big fan. I already see that there's a little bit of comments coming through in the Facebook chats. Shout out to Katie, who's watching. Michael Tagg, go Warriors. Connie says goal Colts. And a bit of brilliance from Beachy, according to Hickenbotham. "17 minutes to play here in the first half. Colts with a good opportunity here."
They've been picking up the offense here in the last couple of minutes. That's their second, at least, attempt deep into Ontario's end, but just, the Warriors able to strive that off.
And you can tell their guy up top, it's Kistler. He's the leading goal scorer, and that seems to be the approach for Clear Fork. Defend. Try to slow down this Ontario offense if you can, and then try to just play, a big ball. Play it forward and see if number 9 can't make a play. Here's Young. Too far out in front of everybody. It's going to end up in the hands of Blakely.
However, on those attacks, you have to make sure you have a couple guys at back because that counter by Ontario is just lethal. The speed they have, the multiple forwards that can just get up there and get past you. So you have to pick and choose when you want to make that attack if you're Clear Fork.
Whistle blows against the Colts.
Both teams 2 fouls. Other than that, clean action here between these 2 MOAC foes. And as I say that, there's the announcer jinx, and we got a foul on Ontario.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go against Young, and you see he's shaking his head because I think he's disappointed in himself. He knows that the ball kind of got away from him, and he had to get a little bit more physical than he wanted to with his hands.
About 15 and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. 3 goals within about a minute and a half. 20th minute, Brody Conley gives the Warriors the 1-0 lead, but Alex Kessler about 10 seconds later evens it up for the Colts. Then about a minute later, Ethan McCoy breaks the tie once again for the Warriors, and that's your score right now. 2-1 in favor of Ontario. Travis Berardi.
And
Brian
Skoronsky. Hello. Great to have you folks with us here tonight. Live and free high school soccer from the Colt Corral.
The start of a busy week for us.
Yeah, it is. We've got a ton coming up on the agenda. I believe you're on a call pretty much every night this week, Trav. I'm on a couple of calls myself. Looking forward to getting back into the full swing of fall sports. This week definitely is one of those that you eyeball and you're like, man, that's a lot of coverage.
A lot of volleyball, a lot of soccer, and then, as usual, football Friday night. A lot of live streams coming your way. Live and free. That's how you say it, Brian.
I'll get it down one of these days.
One of these days.
Oh, Warriors thought that they had a little hit and run, give and go action going there, but that one misplayed for Lucas Hopton, who was on the fly.
And you see, even though Clear Fork had possession, there's still 8 players staying back on the defensive end. Not taking that chance quite yet. There's a lot of soccer to be played, and they're only down 1.
They are definitely playing a 4-man back right now. A couple of outside backers making it at least challenging at times for Ontario, though they've made some clean runs on the wings.
And this reminds me, actually, remember a couple years ago when Lexington pulled off that major upset of Bay at Worcester?
I do. I was there.
They played a defense like Clear Fork is tonight. They're staying back. They're trying to take those chances on a couple breakaways. And like you said earlier, that's why this is the beautiful game, because anybody can win no matter if you are the better team or not. And on that night, Lexington might not have been the better team, but they had the more goals.
That's kind of the style that Clear Fork is hoping comes to fruition for them here tonight. Though the build-up so far for Ontario has been spectacular. Hildreth this time just drills one from downtown. Nothing available there, but every now and again, you know, that can sneak by a keeper or ricochet off a defender, earn a goal kick. So I don't mind the play.
Oh, as a goalie, you have to take every shot like it's a rocket at you. Can't take any plays off, because you can let up that lazy goal when that changes the complexion of a match.
Great find right here in this one. Finds, well, it did find Hildreth momentarily. Not 100% sure what the whistle was for.
Guessing a little too much hand play by Ontario, a little push off. I wasn't looking directly at the play, so I wouldn't know, but got to think that was what it was.
So off the free kick, Hildreth gets it out of air. And now comes over. Nice physical play. Does a nice job of using his lower body to shield off defenders.
And that's legal. You're not using your arms to push away. You just, like basketball, you box them out. You're allowed to do that. Let Clear Fork make the foul, give you a free kick and a chance to set things up.
Ontario taking their time, now looking to switch fields. One out of the sky by Brown. Good battle right there. Liam Beer.
Andrew Stevens for Ontario, about 3-4 inches smaller, but he's still using that, like you said, using the body to get position. Scrappy play by him to get Ontario possession for the time being, but another foul will give Clear Fork possession.
That's going to be offsides against Brody Conley. He almost timed it perfectly. He was waiting and waiting and waiting and just could not hold up.
Pretty sure it's the first offsides call here of the match. Second. I stand corrected.
Warriors looking to run it through the midfield now, and Young, always a good decision. Such a great playmaker and has been here for the last couple of seasons. Now in his senior year. Colts making a quick substitution. Barbaney getting back into the fold.
Warriors as well. Switch a couple out. So we come up on the 10-minute mark. In the 30th minute here, the first half. So we had 3 goals quick in the middle, and then scoring's died off. Defense has been the key here the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, it certainly has. Early on in the game, Ontario was having nice developments, getting some good looks on net. Not so much here in recent times, but looking to change that narrative. Daniels, tough pass through traffic there, got it picked off. Tried to thread it to Wilson. Now here's a good opportunity for the Colts. Nice feed on the fly to Beer. Looking to shift field and Probably should have just hung on to that for an extra second.
Yeah, if he could have taken a couple extra dribbles, that would have opened up the pass to the right side, but Ontario able to cut that off. Now they have a chance.
The setup taken away by the Colts, and got to draw a whistle there. A lot of arm grabbing going on down there by Kyle Walters.
Let's see what Clear Fork does off this free kick. It's all the way back in their end, so Ontario easily able to get that back. Just a reminder to stay tuned here at halftime. We'll have statistics, analysis, and much more coming up in about 8.5 minutes.
That on the Sutton Bank halftime.
We'll also show you what we have to offer for football on Friday night.
Whole lot of coverage coming up, folks.
That's what we do. From KMAC country to the Firelands, to the Valley and Lucas, all the way out to Northern 10 country.
OCC, MOAC, and beyond, we got you covered. Off the throw-in, it's won by Beachy. At least momentarily stripped away.
5 Colts around that. How'd that get through?
How about that laser from Carter Weaver, the younger brother of Gage?
How did that? There was 6 Clear Fork defenders, and he was still able to get that through every one of them.
Let's watch it one more time. Wow. Wow. Good-looking save, too.
Yeah.
That's right in the corner of
That's
the
tough
net.
because you have 5 guys in front of you blocking your view. You don't see the ball until the last second. He's able to defend that, and another nice save off the corner kick.
Yeah, Blakely's given up a couple, but, man, has he been sharp so far in this match.
He's kept the Colts in it. Despite being down 1, this could be a 3-4-1 game right now if it's not for him.
Quite easily, I would agree with that.
Colts with a chance here.
Weaver nearly with the foul. Good battle going on here on the near side. Beachy now lays it off. To the outside. This one played by Beer, and boy, you see the frustration.
Right as he kicked it, he knew wasn't on target.
There's one more look at that shot. And yeah, it looked like he got a little bit of turf in the toe on the way up.
Clear Fork able to control the goal kick, though.
It's been a rare ball one off of a restart so far for the Colts in this first half. Oh, nice header right there. He's able to find the feet of Moody.
Well, there's a misplay.
Ooh, how about Kessler with the
Wow.
footwork? But drew a crowd, man. 3 white jerseys converge. They were not going to get clowned on that play. And now Young, kind of a careless pass right there.
I think fatigue's starting to kick in a little bit, Brian. It's a hot, humid night, and I see some players, walking around, couple with their hands on their knees for a second. I think, this heat's getting to them. Not typically in the middle of September, you get 85 and 90% humidity. Nice through ball.
Wow. Beautiful stuff right there. Are they going to get a shot?
That's a great slide tackle by Clear Fork to knock that opportunity away.
Yeah, let's take one more look at that. McCoy came in. Look at that. Nice. Brought it back to the right foot. Luckily, if you're a Clear Fork fan, Galloway came all the way back to play a little bit of defense. Was able to break it up.
Yeah, he eyed that up before sliding into the ball. Perfect move for him.
Oh, another good-looking ball. Just a bit too firm. Judson about a step behind.
Yeah, Blakely knows when he can be aggressive like that. Able to get to the ball about a half second ahead. Couple Colts waiting to come in on the next throw in or free kick by the Colts.
Throw in down the line. Takes a big hop. And the Colts just looking to clear through the midfield. Nobody home for them, though. Man, they are really packed back deep. All 10 players, with the exception of Kistler up top, within the 30-yard line. So it's going to make a counterattack incredibly difficult right now. It would have to be Kistler versus the world.
But it gives Clear Fork a solid chance of going into the break only down 1. And like I said earlier, maybe they do get it to Kistler. Maybe he can get a run out and get a chance one-on-one on the goalie.
And that's the trade-off that you have to know that you're getting into when you're playing this kind of defensive game. As Young loaded one up. Headed down by the Colts. Now a chance for Beer. 1v1. Likes to go down the line. Probably the right move. And now Kistler through the middle. Just going to lay it out, hope something happens. And Abdelaziz there to scoop it up.
And I was about to say, Clear Fork
lost the handle. Clear, a weird play.
No foul called there, but I was going to say, Clear Fork also playing it back, trying to make Ontario make the mistake to allow them to get a shot, and twice they almost did.
Sure. Weaver taking his time.
3 minutes left here in the half.
Warriors trying to switch field. Nice flick on with the head there to McCoy. Going one-on-one right at Moody. Good battle. How about Moody? Giving out the body, going low to make the stop.
From the ground, able to flick that away from the moment.
Warriors keeping on the pressure from way outside. Nothing doing that time from the Weaves.
And we're to the point here in the half where it's just both sides trying to make the mistake. Trying to find feet, maybe get an offensive opportunity. If not, like I said, it's going to be a 2-1 match going into the break.
I think Ontario's got actually visions of a 3-1 lead dancing in their head here as they're really pressing forward over these last couple of minutes. But their shot selection hasn't been that quality. They haven't had good looks. Everything coming from outside the 18. The one nice run that they had, they couldn't get a full shot put on target.
But they do have the kick power to do that. As we can see
do.
Multiple rockets in at the goal.
Yeah, Weaver especially. Clear Fork clears that one out. As we're under 90 seconds before the break. The Sutton Bank halftime on the way. And Daniels losing his footing here on the near sideline. Took a spill. Leading to a, wow, really deep throw. And that's such a weapon. We'll see if they can utilize it here from Aaron Brown. Looks like Clear Fork's starting to get some bodies forward now. About 6 players starting to play some offense. It's Beachy. Charging in. And Brown off the deflection went to the feet of Young. You see the foot skills. This kid is so dynamic. Good thought. Crossing the field for Frankhouse.
Offsides.
The AR has put up the flag at the 27-yard line too, so well offsides.
20 seconds left. Clear Fork wants to get something going. They're going to have to do it quick.
And that will take us to the half, or after a couple quarters of play. We've got a good one going on, folks, here at the Colt Corral. 2-1. Ontario leads it right now over the Colts here on the road. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have some stats and analysis all waiting for you. Show you our football live stream menu coming up this week. So keep it locked and loaded. Live and free. Boys High School Soccer will return right after this.
When you're a local business owner, getting your business online can be a painful, expensive undertaking. But it doesn't have to be. With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus. Visit tmsplus.com now for your free digital snapshot and for a chance to win a free 5-page website.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
It's halftime here in the Clear Fork Valley, where after 2 quarters of play, we have got a good one, folks. It is Ontario on top at the break, 2-1 over the Colts. Brian Skronsky, Travis Berardi with you, and we've got some stats on the way to help break down for you folks. And the possession clearly dominated by Ontario in that first half. Travis, I would say that was, really the one thing that stood out.
Yeah, especially early on. Ontario had it. It was maybe up 95-5 the first maybe 15, 20 minutes. Clear Fork had one attempt down there before everything happened, and then right off the kickoff for Clear Fork, they were able to score within 10 seconds. But other than that, Ontario really controlled the pace until late in the half. Clear Fork had a few attempts down, but 67-33 in favor of the Warriors.
And they had a lot of clean looks when you look at the shots on target there. I love how they distribute it out wide. They go through their midfield. They play it out to their wings, who have spectacular speed on the edge. And they were able to put a lot of pressure on the back line of Clear Fork. But you got to give, lots of love to the keeper, Griffin Blakely, keeping his team in it. I mean, they're definitely hanging around down by just 1 goal.
Yeah, definitely the play of him. Most of those Ontario shots came from distance, and that helped him out. About maybe 50-60% of those shots also came with a clear path from the kicker to Blakely. So he was able to eye those shots up, even though they were shot at a hard speed. He was able to corral those. A couple tough plays also by him have really kept this from being a 4-5-1 match in favor of the Warriors.
So these were our keys to the game. What we thought was going to kind of tell the story here tonight and score first. Well, it was kind of a tie in that regard, Travis. Ontario scored and Clear Fork wasted no time getting on the board. 10 seconds later, they would capitalize. Definitely the tempo has not belonged to Clear Fork. That's why they are behind. And for the Warriors, I think that they have so far accomplished their mission that we set out for them, getting a lot of kids involved, definitely some kids off the bench coming in, making a big impact. I would say most notably Brody Conley. So, getting some contributions, man, from a lot of different jersey numbers.
Yeah, Conley and McCoy both with the goals, and there have been multiple other Warriors with shots on net tonight. So sharing the love, like we said, it's one of the reasons why they're up 2-1. So they have completed that key thus far.
We're going to step away one more time. We'll be back. Second half action on the way from the Colt Corral.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus.
It's a beautiful night in the Clear Fork Valley tonight. How about a wicked-looking half moon up in the sky? 2-1, Ontario leads it over Clear Fork. Travis, how did we get to this point?
So in the 20th minute, Brody Conley finally got one into the back of the net after a large barrage of Ontario shots. But 10 seconds later, right off of the kickoff, Alex Kistler equalizes things. But then about a minute and a half later, Ethan McCoy breaks the tie again, and that is your scoring thus far, 2-1. 3 goals within about a minute and a half.
Great stuff right there. It's been a great first half of soccer action as both teams about 45 seconds away from lacing them up, getting back out onto the field. And on Friday night, we're going to show you folks what we have in store for you. Here is our Football Friday broadcast schedule. How about the Crestview Cougars off to a 4-0 start? They are state ranked. They are crushing it right now. East Knox going to be playing at the friendly confines again. Travis and I will both be on the call for their game against Cardington. More from the KMAC Highland at Centerburg, and it is homecoming night for the Trojans. We're going to have a special presentation there with our live and free coverage beginning at 6:20 p.m. Still up in the air whether Western Hills Lucas is going to happen. We don't 100% know about that, but we're trying to verify that that is the case. And then we're going to have some highlights. Pleasant at Shelby, Galleon at Harding, and then also not pictured there, we will have Mansfield Senior at Tiffin Columbian. So tons of games on a Football Friday night that you guys can watch live and free right here on the OH Report. And, of course, we've got the Friday night pigskin that'll be going down live at 11:30. So you can get the recaps of all the games, all the scores for the 5 conferences that we cover.
And one score from Ontario High School. The girls are playing tonight.
That's
Ontario
right.
Clear Fork.
That's
It
right.
is 2-0 was the last score that I saw in favor of the Lady Warriors.
Who
Actually, it's 2-1 at the half. So Clear Fork did get on the board before the break. It is 2-1. Correction, no, that's our game. It's 2-0. Last I checked, it's 2-0. See,
Okay.
this is what happens when same teams are playing in 2 different places, okay?
Just too many scores to keep up with, folks. 2 games, and we can get half of them right. All right. How about some second half football here from the Corral?
So let's see if the Colts can get some quick offense going, maybe equalize this up and really change the complexion of this match early on, or we're going to say more of the same from the first half where Ontario just controls everything.
Warriors finding feet right now.
Brian, the way this game has played thus far, do you think another Ontario goal could pretty much make this insurmountable for Clear Fork, or can a couple halftime adjustments change that?
Well, I always love seeing the early portions of the second half to see what type of adjustments are going to be made. You've seen how you're being defended for 40-plus as we're going to get another foul against Ontario. And this is a big opportunity here for the Colts. They've had very, very few of these. This is the first set piece with no corners in the first half that they have going towards the net. So you don't want to say that a 2-goal deficit is insurmountable, certainly with this amount of time left. And the Colts, boy, they got thoughts of equalizers here, Trav.
And this is a nice shot about 29 yards away, straight on. You have that wall in front of you, but if you can get around them, you have a shot, and instead he goes over. I'm sorry, but that is not 3 points in this sport. In football it is, but not football.
For Alex Kistler, just a bit too many reps on leg day, I guess. Bit pumped up right there as that one sailed on him. And those are tough, man, like I was saying. When you have as few opportunities as the Colts have had so far up to this point, you at least got to try to keep that one down, get it on frame, get a ricochet or something. So that's kind of a bad play there for the Colts.
I was just about to say that. At least put it on net. You never know. You might get a deflection off the goalie right to one of your fellow players, or even better, right back to you. But if you get it over, no chance of that happening. I think we have a foul called against the Warriors.
Yeah, the referees rightfully allowed for Clear Fork to continue play. They had the advantage there. So that one smoked, little line driver.
Yeah, again, I think he kicked it into the ground, his foot into the ground before he hit the ball and scuffed it a little bit.
So here comes Ontario back with possession. But that was a tough pass right there, won by Galloway out of the sky. And now Beachy, who's done some really nice work through the midfield so far for the Colts, who send it forward and just a bit too far that time for Kistler.
Yeah, if he could have taken another half second or so before he kicked that, that would have been perfect. But he led his teammate just a little bit too much. But I like the way Clear Fork has come out so far. They've controlled the pace here in the first couple of minutes.
And that's going to be important for them, I think, to not play at Ontario's tempo. Don't go at their speed. Do your thing. get your looks. And now they're playing a couple of men up top.
I was about to say, yeah, they have 3 or 4 up front instead of just 1.
And Connor Hogger, one of their speedsters, second leading goal scorer on the squad. Looks like they're going to allow him to, run off some steam up there. Put a lot of energy into trying to get this thing back to square. Warriors were offside right there. I think actually 2 players. As that one hit Walters in the back.
Like we said in the pregame, this is a huge match for the Colts. Can he get to the ball? No. Ontario, they can afford a tie or a defeat and still stay in the MOAC title picture. Although, any team, they want to get the win. But for Clear Fork, a loss pretty much knocks them out.
Yeah.
Because Galleon, undefeated, had already defeated them this year.
Definitely a fun little surprise here in the MOAC to have the Tigers playing as well as they have, as once again that back line of Clear Fork really press in. They're right at about the 30. They're allowing Ontario, like some wandering pedestrians, to go just a little bit too far off the sidewalk without the light giving them the go-ahead. And they're offsides here twice in the second half.
At least they didn't get run over.
Not yet. Good battle for possession. See who's going to come up with it. Still available for grabs.
Nice kick.
Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Woo! Are you kidding me? You want to talk about from distance? How about that shot and that goal from Jackson McLaughlin? Show it to me again. Come on now.
That was an absolute rocket. Top corner. 8-ball. Corner pocket. We're tied.
And all of a sudden, you just feel the energy here at the Corral starting to change a little bit as the fans here on the home side starting to get a little bit of swagger, starting to juice up these Colts on that huge rocket laser beam from McLaughlin. That was special.
He had 2 assists on the year, finally getting in on the goal column in a big way. That is a big-time goal.
Ooh, that's a big-time dive right there. Josh Young took a tumble. And I think kind of sold it a little bit more than, the actual contact. But, hey, that's what soccer players do. That's why he got the whistle. Unable to turn the corner here.
I want to see how Clear Fork reacts now because the last time they equalized it up, Ontario, a couple quick attacks, got right back on the board. Can Clear Fork withstand that attack, calm things down, and try and set things up to take the lead?
Off the goal kick from Moody. Hogger ran into a double team, had to give it up, so now they switch field. They reverse it here near side. Pressure there almost caused a turnover from Frankhouse. And now the Warriors do have it, but Young has his pocket picked. And this is going to be offsides again. Wow, the official's not calling it, it doesn't seem. No, so Windsor one-on-one with the keep, and they respond. Goal Ontario.
Like I said, they needed to withstand that. They couldn't. I don't know if that was offsides or not, but
we got a pretty clean view from up here. I thought that they had 2 players offsides. The AR was a bit behind the play trailing, and that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what I think. Big goal right there. And the response, Aiden Frankhouse. So goals coming in bunches so far here tonight. Seems like when one team scores, the other just can't stand it. They got to feel that satisfaction too.
Yeah, and Ontario not allowing Clear Fork to get any momentum. They get the goal to tie it up, and Ontario, no, we're going to take it right back. And that was Ontario's first shot on target of the second half. Came in a big way.
Here's another one. Brought in to the 18 from distance. That time, not a lot of pace behind the shot from Windsor. And Clear Fork most definitely has gained a lot of confidence, it seems, here in the second half. In the first, they were really easing into the contest, had very little ball control and production. And here in the second half, they have had the run of play for the first 9 minutes.
They're just going to have to sustain it longer. They can't just take a couple minutes and get it. They're going to have to try and keep the ball in Ontario's end as long as possible to try and get another open look, because they haven't had many open looks tonight.
Nice ball movement by the Warriors through the midfield. That last connecting pass, though, not there. The Colts step into the ball, making it difficult. And the Warriors again. That one well timed. This time the gentleman is onside.
Nice.
It's going to be Ethan
slide
McCoy
tackle.
getting blown up there by Blakely.
That's what he tried to do on the last goal. Just got chipped past him. This time he made sure there wasn't a foot on the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a whistle going against Ontario. Let's take another look there. Look at this. It's going to be one-on-one, and then the keeper dead sprint, Trav. That's the best play he possibly could have made.
The only play.
Meeting the offensive player at the 10-yard line and just giving up the goods.
And once again, the keeper from the Colts keeping this a one-goal game.
Moody clears. Nobody available, though, up top right now for Clear Fork. Though Kistler trying to earn back possession. Stripped away. Great looking ball again, in the Warriors on the attack. Frank House, first touch, left foot,
Nice
but into the
save.
hands of Blakely. This gets a stud.
So this is what's coming with that aggressiveness by Clear Fork. It's allowing Ontario to get these runouts. Once again, though, Blakely there to shut things down. That's going to be offsides.
Chip to the outside there. Had Daniels. Step or two off.
So almost 15 minutes gone by here in half number 2. Both teams with a goal apiece in the second half. Jackson McLaughlin in the 46th minute, then Aiden Frankhouse in the 48th.
So scoring in bunches tonight has been the name of the match. Neither team able to string together back-to-back scores yet, though.
This has been a very entertaining match thus far, Brian. A lot of great saves, some nice goals from distance. You had it all pretty much.
Great goalkeeping, too.
Oh, what a save, like
wow.
I said. And able to be cleared out.
Let's see that one more time. Not a good clear by the keeper. One by Clear Fork off the head, and dang, how close was that from being back to square from Alex Kistler.
That was a great job by the keeper to really close off that angle, forcing the shoot far side, and he's able to get a foot off of it. We have some substitutions coming in now.
Warriors deep into Colt territory here.
We'll get another throw in.
Moody coming out playing some nice defense. That's what Ontario likes to do. They like the little short game here when they get deep down into the corners. A little two-man action. We'll see it again here one more time.
They do get the cross that time, but it's flicked away.
Yeah, Stewart played it in a little bit low. And that was McCoy. Lost his footing, took a tumble.
I think they're going to call a trip on it, actually. So the Warriors will get a free kick here.
Here comes Young. Plays it in, bends it right into the dome of a teammate. But the keeper right there to make the save.
Yeah, pinballed a little bit in there, but Blakely once again able to get it.
I think it was Trevor Maglet, the senior, coming up from his defensive spot. Get involved there on the free kick. Actually placed it pretty well, just better movement there by the keeper, getting in the way. Here's Kistler trying to capitalize on an Ontario miscue, and he will get a corner kick out of it.
First corner of the match for the Colts. Halftime score from Ontario. Lady Warriors 2, Lady Colts 0, and that is the score. 2-0 at the break.
The state ranks Lady Warriors still undefeated on the season, 7th in Division II right now.
And you can watch a highlight of that on the OH Report Facebook and YouTubes later tonight.
Don't forget about Instagram, my friend.
Oh, yes, as well as our player of the game and play of the game. You know what's great about all that, Brian?
Tell me more.
Free. It's free.
Always.
Not live, though. Those are highlights, which are just as good.
Free
but they're
and
free.
shareable.
Free and shareable, and you can watch them whenever you want for free as well. Replays are free.
That's right. No premium service to go back and watch our videos.
Or matches as well. Full-length games for free. Clear Fork going to have a throw in here about 28 yards out. See if they can get something going to equalize this one as we come up on the 20-minute mark. Still plenty of time. Don't have to force anything quite yet. But it'd be nice to get back to even before crunch time.
They got Carter Windsor going to chuck this thing in. His kid sister on the girls' side also has a big throw. Just must run in the family.
They don't skip arm day, Brian.
It's an important day of the week that I have not been able to enjoy here over the last couple of weeks. Can't wait to get back in the saddle. Here comes Young.
Has a guy to his left.
Yeah, controlling up the middle.
He ended up pulling back, though, so they had to reset. Now he just flicks it in. Who can get to it first? Clear Fork will flick that out.
Zane Fulmer did make a nice run on it. Just wasn't able to get there in time. But, hey, folks, coming up later tonight, make sure that you catch the OH Report podcast, which is fresh out the oven. And shortly after that, we'll be posting the Friday Night Phenoms and top plays of the week for Week 4 of high school football, where you, the fans, decide which player and which play was the best of the best of the best of the best of the week. And it's going to be tough this week because we had so many amazing plays, great performances. Good stuff all the way around from our high school football players in Week 4. It was an exciting week. This one played into the box.
Be a corner for Ontario. We have a good time taping those on Monday afternoons. We talk about a variety of things. I will just say a little preview. It's nice that we have a box fan in here tonight. It cooled things down. I believe that's going to be another corner.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Colts were the first to get ahead on it right there. And I don't know what has happened on the Facebook, but Zach Huff is watching over and over and over again. Thank you, Coach, for jumping in to the chat. Glad to have you aboard.
As well as everybody else. Live and free on the OH Report.
That's right. Drop us some comments. Let us know who your favorite players are when you're dazzled and wowed. Let the people know why. This one just ripped from outside, but off target a little bit too high for McCoy. Like the attempt, though.
Colt's going to come out with another substitution. As we now have finally reached the 20-minute mark. Seems like I said about 5 minutes ago we're approaching it.
And now it is here. It has finally arrived, Travis. The moment you have been waiting for.
The midway point.
Now, what's going to happen? Where do we go from here?
Well, Clear Fork, they've been applying more pressure, but it's allowing Ontario to have more runouts. Who will score? I don't know.
Ontario's had some nice build here as of late, as the Clear Fork offense has kind of died down a little bit. Just struggling to get it out of their territory. Nobody able to clear right now for Clear Fork. Defending well, though. The back line, strong, sturdy. Making it tough.
You're actually seeing more. Earlier in this half, we've seen 3 or 4 forwards up towards the midfield stripe. Now it's only back. It's back down to 1 for Clear Fork, so they're backing in a little bit. I guess waiting for the correct moment to attack.
Yeah, and they've got Kistler right now playing in the midfield. As there's a lot of contact and off the deflection. It leads to yet another corner for Ontario. They've had plenty of those here tonight.
That's the 9th by my tally. The 3rd here in the last 5 minutes.
Have not capitalized yet. See if they can capture some lightning in a bottle right here. Bodies just all over the place at the top of the 18. And off the tumble. Looks like the Colts trying to get a quick one going back the other way. That through ball. Not clean enough, can't get through.
Oh, nice move there.
And that one intended for Hogger, who has had limited opportunities here recently.
That would have been a great offensive opportunity had the ball not gone out of bounds.
Good looking ball to the outside, trying to track it down. Fulmer. And the foot race, him and Brown got there about the same time, and Aaron able to win that battle.
That's one of the first times I've seen a Clear Fork defender beat Ontario to that ball.
Cross is there. Ball still up for grabs. The shot deflected out of play. Corner not coming this time for Ontario. As that one off the foot of Conley already has a goal here tonight. That last connecting pass unavailable again for the Warriors. That's been the problem, is that last pass here as of late.
Now Clear Fork able to possibly set something up off the throw-in.
They at least got bodies up right now. 5 in the attacking third, but cannot get possession. Kudos to Ontario for maintaining.
And they're finding feet, Brian. They're not kicking these errant passes. They're finding their teammates. They're finding the feet of their teammates and just crisp passing, able to get it out of their zone.
Colt's just looking to clear Hogger. Has it go off of his right foot as he's come back to help a little bit defensively. Matched up with Young.
Nice through ball.
Snuck it through. The keeper came out. Well done by Blakely. And that's the second time tonight he's made the proper read. A little bit of anguish on the face right there of Ethan McCoy.
Yeah, that was Ontario's best chance here in the last 10 minutes. Blakely got the deflection, still had a chance, but I didn't get the number of that Clear Fork defender down there able to cut things off and keep Ontario from finding the back of the net. So the Colts avoid another goal opportunity by the Warriors.
And they avoid it just with good goal-keeping play. And now starting to get numbers forward, trying to keep the high press on, but they just cannot collect possession as Ontario has been solid here over the last 10 minutes, really dominating, controlling, dictating the action.
Here's a chance.
And here it is for Kistler. Got it down.
Oh, nice pickpocket.
That was Jordan Bulakovsky with the sweet D.
Just got his toe off of that. Knocked it away. Who's going to get the race to this one? Goes out of bounds.
That was Barabani.
So Clear Fork showing some life on offense now. 14 minutes left.
That's their game too, Travis, is that's what they're looking for, is just one big deep ball. Try to get it into the feet of their playmakers, and they just hope that Kistler or somebody can do something with the ball. So that's the strategy right now, is when they can get possession, which has been, very few opportunities right now for them. Just trying to play it forward and hope number 9 can do something. As that one's rifled, but off frame from James Stewart.
And Clear Fork controlled the pace in the first 10 minutes of the second half, up until their goal. But then since, Ontario's taken the lead back and really have taken the possession game over.
Sure, and they've really dominated the play on the wings here on the near side and then up top as well, earning their 10th corner kick here of the match. And just continually applying the pressure here on the Clear Fork D as they play it short. Now the shot, diving save there. And the Colts will dodge yet another scoring bullet.
And I like that idea. Typically you'll see him go far post, more ground to cover by the goalie, but that time he tried to trick him going short post. But Blakely was there to make the save.
Blakely making all the plays so far tonight.
Oh,
that one perfectly placed, nearly. Looked like it went off the top of the crossbar.
It rolled across the top of the crossbar as well.
Charge to the outside. Judson just has to lay it back now for Daniels. And this one played into the hands of Blakely. Blakely with a big punt, aims it to the left side, hoping that Bronson Frost can go make a play on it.
And after a slow start in the second half by the Ontario offense, now 7 shots on target.
Hogger tried to flick that one forward for himself, but Ontario able to get there first. Black jerseys, though, creeping up, trying to stay on the attack, but the Warriors just won't let them, Travis. This has been phenomenal to watch here. This has been domination by Ontario over the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, they've really buckled down on the defensive end. Clear Fork, not a lot of chances. And when they do, somehow Ontario's able to recover, flick it away, and get the ball out.
Certainly been impressive to watch so far here tonight. Especially over these last 15 minutes as we're approaching the final 11 minutes of the match. Money time on the way here at the Colt Corral. And who's going to stack some chips here tonight? Ontario looking to stay healthy as they're bobbing and weaving and scoring. How about that one? Great individual effort and then putting it away, Nate Judson. Sick.
'70th minute. That might be enough to clinch things for the Warriors to remain unbeaten in conference play.
Yeah, that was a big one right there. Judson making the 2-goal differential now, so, you know, totally changes the complexion for Clear Fork with their style. Overcoming a 2-goal deficit, I certainly feel like probably now they're going to have to switch things up. I don't think they can play with just one man forward.
No, they're going to have to go all out right now.
It all starts with first getting the ball, and that's something that Ontario has not been very giving so far here in the second half. Made a lot of runs on net. Been able to capitalize on a couple of occasions. Great ball here down the near wing.
Just over the net.
So Beer gave it a try there.
About 3 feet too tall, though. Had to look. If he was about 5 yards back further, that could have tucked in underneath the crossbar, but not to be. Make sure to stay tuned for our post game. We'll have our player of the game.
Drop us a line. Let us know. Who do you think is worthy of being tonight's MVP? Who should come up in the booth, have an interview with myself and Travis, and break down how they saw the contest from the pitch here tonight? Good aggressive play down there. Hogger locked up in a good battle with the defender, Braden Wolf.
Wolf gave him no chance at a shot on net there. Deflects out. It'll be a throw-in for Clear Fork. They need to put one in the back of the net right now, but Ontario clears.
At least momentarily now. Bodies starting to fly forward for the Colts. But can they get it away from these skilled playmakers of Ontario? What a sweet pass there to Frankhouse. But defended well. Jackson McLaughlin was there.
Yeah, he really shielded him away from getting a shot on net. Scoring update from Ontario. It's now 3-0.
And that's going to be a push in the back very clearly against Ontario.
Kyla Spencer scores for the Lady Warriors.
And again, you can catch highlights of that game tonight on the OH Report. We'll have that posted for you guys on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as our website, www.oh.report. also the place where we store every single game and highlight that we do. So, for example, Ontario fans, Clear Fork fans, you have your own team page on our website. If you go there right now, oh.report, and you click on the team page, every game that we've ever covered, period, ever, for that team, available to watch.
Yep, I believe that's the high school tab. Go down to the Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference, click on your team's logo, your mascot, and there they will be.
We archive back to our company's birth in 2018. So, had a kid that you wanted to go back and watch some highlights from like 2 years ago? We got them.
Yeah. And the great thing about it is you don't even have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. No ads. No need for that. Unlike other places, you can watch it for free. Just saying. But you would want to watch them all the way through, though, because they're great. Great highlights. Yes.
That one deflected off of Young. I think maybe by design he was trying to flick it forward, put out a foot. Now Frank House lost possession. Beer turns. And the whistle goes against the Warriors. Free kick for the Colts, won by James Stewart.
And that's just been the story of the night. Ontario just taking everything away.
Colts trying to get a run going there. But that last connecting pass basically has been amoebic for Clear Fork so far this evening. Very rare that they've been able to get something going towards the net. And starting to run out of time. 5.5 minutes to go here at the Colt Corral.
Yeah, they're going to have to score quick if they want any chance.
Hoggers showing off the foot skills, but then poked away. Just too many Warriors defenders there. That back wave that they send at you. It's been critical tonight. But this is where they've really excelled. Pushing those through balls, getting runners, going towards the net. We've just seen some outstanding goalkeeping from Griffin Blakely. I mean, he's given up 4 goals, but he has been a standout.
On 21 shots on target, 4 goals, but that's still an outstanding night for the keeper.
Now Abdelaziz rips that one far side. Warriors collect a 50-50 ball. I bet they've won probably 85% of those here tonight, folks.
And that's been a difference.
Another big ball played to Frank House. Can he get another one? This one comes off his toe.
Not sure if he was in between taking the shot or passing it there. But nonetheless, that's going to be a goal kick after some substitutions.
Yeah, clearly a miss hit there from Aiden Frankhouse.
Under 4 to play.
Flipped into the A team. McLaughlin charging, but wasn't able to beat Wolf to the spot. Now Stewart with the pass here near side. Frankhouse trying to send one to the middle. Colts were ready for it. Now they're trying to get forward. Big collision there.
And a foul.
Yeah, kind of surprising that one did go against Bryden Wolf.
See if Clear Fork can capitalize on this as we approach the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to. And here it is. Well struck, far post. But no problem for the keeper.
Now they can run more clock. Got a breakout. That's smart, just to back it back out, pass it around, run that clock. You're up 2 goals. You only need 2.5 minutes to run off.
Slick play, setting it up. Now the cross, back post.
Oh,
Frank
wow,
House is
what a
there.
goal.
Nifty, nifty stuff. Second goal of the second half for Aiden Frankhouse. But even more love probably for the setup, all created by the senior midfielder, Josh Young. What a playmaker. Check this out, folks. Look at the touch, just right over the top of Bronson Frost, on the money for his boy Frankhouse.
That was just some beautiful passing by Ontario, using the whole pitch to their advantage. Little tic-tac-toe action right there.
And they would connect the dots, baby. No cat on that one. That's a straight dub, Trav. Good stuff.
And I think Aiden Frankhouse just might have locked up player of the game honors with that second goal.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to that gentleman down there, number 14. That's going to be our pick for player of the game. Looking here on the comments section, nobody seems to disagree. Don't see any other nominees out there, so we're going to go with 14 of Ontario. Tough to go against them.
Goals number 5 and 6. $15 points now on the season for Frankhouse.
Under 90 seconds to go. Ontario will see if they elect to play keep away. It's kind of belted down the far sideline. Colts come away with it with Moody. And out of bounds. Warriors not going to be in any hurry here, but they do get it in play quick right as I say that.
The Warriors made a statement the last 15 minutes of this match. Looked like Clear Fork was going to get the momentum. They took most of the possession in the first 10, 15 minutes of this half. Got the goal to tie it up, but ever since the tiebreaker by Frankhouse, it's been all Warriors.
I think that's a fair assessment. They definitely have dominated the action here. The second half of this second half has all belonged to the kids in the white tops.
They took Clear Fork's best shot, and despite giving up the tying goal, they didn't let it faze them. They played their game, and they knocked off 3 straight goals. And that's going to do it.
5-2, your final score. Ontario stays unblemished, and MOAC play that man right there, Aiden Frankhouse, our MVP. Phenomenal, folks. We're going to bring him up here. He's got a post-game interview on the way. Keep it locked in with us. The Sutton Bank post-game will be on the way from the Colt Corral.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
When you're a local business owner, getting your business online can be a painful, expensive undertaking. But it doesn't have to be. With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus. Visit tmsplus.com now for your free digital snapshot and for a chance to win a free 5-page website.
We are now joined by the Mechanics Bank Player of the Game, Aiden Frankhouse, in the house with us here at the Colt Corral up in the press box. Nice 5-2 win for you. You guys really balled out offensively. We had you calculated for about 60% possession tonight. Tell me about the flow that you guys have with your offense and how good did it feel tonight on the road?
Well, it felt really good tonight on the road. We stuck to our game plan. We moved the ball throughout the back of the field. We did a really good job of switching the ball around and keeping them running around the field, tired them out, and just worked out really well for us.
Answering right back those Clear Fork goals that they had, you guys scored almost pretty much immediately, so they thought they were getting back into the match, and then you kind of said, nah, we're going to take control of things. How key do you think that was to you guys kind of pulling away there at the end?
Well, it was really key. We knew that they were going to come in and work really hard, and that's expected out of all the teams like this that we play. And, they gave us a really big scare there for a second, but we stuck to our game plan. We kept moving it throughout the back, and that kept them on their heels, and we knew we were bound to get a couple in the back of the net by the end of the game.
Well, you got a couple in the back of the net in the second half. Talk about just getting opportunities and capitalizing. You were able to do that.
Well, my guys did a really good job of getting me the ball down there. I had that left back was a little bit slower for I don't know what it was about the formation or something, but we had a gap there, and we exploited it a couple times, and they hit me where I needed to be, and it just ended up working out well.
You guys are down a couple of your top goal scorers coming into tonight. Didn't have them out there, so some different kids had to step up. You were one of them. What does that mean to you, the fact that you were able to overcome the fact that you didn't have a combined 18 goals of firepower available tonight?
Yeah, it was really different, starting out without Gage and the other Gage and Brandon.
Right.
They're two of our top goal scorers, and then Brandon is a guy with 6-7 assists on the year. It's really hard missing guys like that, but we knew that we had the skill throughout our team. We knew that as long as we stuck to our game plan, we could end up doing well out there, and we did. So,
you guys have won every single MOAC championship since joining this new league. You guys are the front runner again this season. What about the program has allowed for sustainability? Why do you think you've been so good, so consistent for so many years?
Well, we have great coaches. They do a really good job at training us and knowing what we need to do. And we keep our schedule with some very hard games in there to make sure that we're ready and for games like this that we don't screw up and make any silly mistakes.
Definitely didn't screw up. A 3-goal victory tonight over your Richland County rivals. Congratulations. Mechanics Bank player of the game, Aiden Frankhouse, with a couple of big goals. Any shout-outs before you get out of here?
Just my coaches, my team for being there for me. That's all. Thank you.
There he is, a true player's player. We'll step away. We'll be right back. The Sutton Bank postgame rolls along.
When you're a local business owner, getting your business online can be a painful, expensive undertaking. But it doesn't have to be. With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus. Visit tmsplus.com now for your free digital snapshot and for a chance to win a free 5-page website.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Sutton Bank post game, where 2 big goals in the second half by our MVP, Aiden Frankhouse, help lead Ontario to a 5-2 victory on the road here at the Colt Corral. Brian Skronsky, Travis Berardi with you to break it all down, and you look at the domination that Ontario was able to impose their will throughout the entire night. There was really only one stretch at the beginning of the second half where Clear Fork turned the corner. They were the one connecting passes, getting good looks on net. Other than that, Ontario dominated, I'd say, about 65 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the play of Blakely, this could be a 8-2, 9-2 game right now. But he was able to hold his own in net, but just Ontario too much. Clear Fork tied it up after that 10, 15-minute stretch to start the second half. We're thinking, okay, maybe the complexion of this game's turned around, but immediately Frankhouse scores. Ontario settles down. They get 2 more goals before the end of it, and they really pull away for a big 5-2 victory to remain on top of the MOAC with the Galleon Tigers.
Yeah, and them 31 shots, those are big. And the offense for Ontario tonight, it was crispy, man. They were able to do what they wanted, get it out on the wings. They have a lot of speed, and they have some great talent. They work it through their midfield, and in particular, Josh Young, who obviously we've seen for the last 3 years, 3-year starter. He's kind of a monster, man. They got a lot of tools out here, and they were down Gage and Gage tonight. Yeah. You know, their 2 top scorers, as mentioned, and then a kid with about 7 assists on the year. So Ontario, they're kind of loaded. They got a lot of good players.
Like I said before the game, spread the love. They did. Frank House had 2, but you had Judson scored. You had Conley score, McCoy score. So multiple goal scorers for a team without their 2 top scorers, like you said. So they spread the love. They used their speed on the outside, especially got a couple nice through balls, a couple breakaways, and were able to get it past Blakely to get the 5-2 victory.
So give me a takeaway for Clear Fork from tonight. Things didn't go well, a little bit outmatched here at home. What do you think this Colts team and this makeup about them overall, and you know where they can go for the rest of the season?
You know what? The offense in the first half, the offense really wasn't there. They were able to get that tying goal to tie things up at 20 minutes into the match on a breakaway, but they stayed back. They played a defensive first half pretty much. It was 2-1 at the break. Got the goal. They started pressing at the beginning of the second half. I think it was the right game plan, because Clear Fork went up against a faster Ontario squad that can put up a lot of goals. They're trying to play for the big break, the big play. It worked for a while, but then Ontario caught on, and it was just a little too much. Clear Fork, a good squad, but just not good enough tonight.
Not good enough tonight as Ontario comes on the road. They remain undefeated in MOAC conference play with a 5-2 victory. Sensational stuff from the Warriors. Got to be impressed from what you've seen from them, and you fully expect that Ontario going to be in the conversation, probably going to become 5-time champions of the MOAC when it's all said and done. That's going to do it for us here at the Colt Corral. Would like to thank our incredible staff, including Storm Blunchley down on the field, bringing you those uptight shots. Hayden Gray from up here was bringing you the nice field shots as well. I'm Brian Skronsky doing a little play-by-play, a little directing for you folks. And Travis Berardi, my color guy, all just want to thank you for watching and let you know that the fun never stops. We've got plenty more on the way on the OH Report all week, so keep it locked in. Catch us on another live stream real soon. We out for now.